Hello everyone, it's Dark Seeker here again. Welcome back for another video. Now, this is standard mode, and this is going to be a video focusing on Renolock. And it's a deck that I've avoided playing for many months now. If you're a casual player without a lot of time to play, if you don't have hours and hours and hours of time each day to play the game, playing Renolock can be, well, it can be quite inconvenient because the games can go on. They can go on and on and on and on, and before you know it, 20 minutes is gone and you don't have any more time to play the game. So as a casual player, I guess sticking with aggressive decks or mid-range decks is a sensible solution. But I've been listening to the pro players and they've been saying how impressive Renolock is, and in this current meta it's viewed as, I think, the premier tier 1 deck on the standard mode ladder slash meta, and therefore I thought, hey, I've got to give it a try, I've got to experience it and see what it's like. So I have hardly any experience playing Renolock. I've seen lots of pro players playing it, I've seen the YouTube videos, I've seen it on Twitch streams, I've seen it in tournaments, but I have no experience as such. So I'm going to be misplaying a hell of a lot, but you can learn with me and you can call me out on my misplays. But please be gentle, please, because I'm trying to get to grips with this deck. So we're going to have a look at a few games. And, you know, it's just interesting to see how this deck reacts to aggressive decks, to mid-range decks, and to control decks. So let's take a look at this deck in action, starting off against Dragon Priest. Okay, so we have the Dark Peddler, which I'm going to keep. And that's actually pretty good. Doomsayer, pretty good. So the objective of the Doomsayer, I think in a game like this, is to stall them early.
Is someone injured?
Yeah, they play something like that. Yeah, they buff it up. Oh, you just play Doomsayer. And hope they don't have Shadow Word Pain. The Doomsayer here adds some serious inconvenience to his game plan. Because, yeah, okay, he's smart, he's going to heal it. Yeah, draw a card. A lot of other players, I think, just would have attacked face and passed. He actually attacked and healed. That's pretty good. Pretty good for him. He still drew a card. But now he's lost the Cleric, and it is information for me. It says there is no Shadow Word Pain in hand, potentially. But now it gets awkward. Sure, he's not going to be able to heal and draw further cards in this game, but there's a 2-4 on board. And Peddler, I played it first, seeing what I would draw. Maybe I should have tapped first. I mean, was there anything that I could have drawn from that Peddler that would have killed the 2-4? Probably not. Corruption, perhaps. I mean, Corruption would have been pretty good. Maybe I should have tapped first. But yeah, there's my inexperience of playing this deck. Regardless, I don't think it would have mattered much. So I'm going to tap here. I think the way I win this game is through drawing cards. Always got to be conscious of how many cards I have in hand, though. And the Dragon Priest, which is sort of like a mid-range kind of deck, I guess. With some aspects of control if they run the potion to do mass board clears. This Dragon Priest is now building a board, and that's actually quite scary. Because, presumably now, he's going to heal the Twilight Drake, so he's going to play around this Hellfire here. Yeah, yes he is. That's pretty good for him. So, in a situation like this, the Emperor is the best play. I am pondering a future Dirty Rat Twisting Nether play, which is pretty insane, right? But yeah, the Emperor is a good play here. The question with the Emperor, though, is you've got to ask yourself, am I discounting enough of my endgame combo? My endgame combo is Leeroy Jenkins, Power Overwhelming, Faceless Manipulator. And yes, I've discounted Faceless, and I've discounted PO, Power Overwhelming. That means that when I draw Leeroy, I can get a 20, I think it's a 20 damage combo, which is, and then do it on one turn, which is insane. The trouble is there are taunts on board, but that's why I have Twisting Nether. But we've got to get him down to 20 as well, which actually against this priest is going to be quite a challenge initially. So, what can we do here? We can trade the Emperor. It kills the 3/5. He's left with 7 on board. My health total is waning, but I have Reno.
So many possibilities.
Twisting Nether now costs 7. I could Twisting Nether, but I want to get another discount from my Emperor. Am I worried about dying? Beyond the Corruptor, the Blackwing Corruptor, which does 3 burst damage, I don't think he can kill me, so maybe I just trade. Or I consider... consider the Shambler here. The Shambler gives me a 5/5 taunt, which I think is pretty good. What that means is it doesn't achieve a huge amount, but it means that he'll trade the 5/6 into the 5/5, put the 2/2 into my Emperor, and he puts his 5/6 in range of Hellfire. This just buys me a little bit of time, taking a little bit less damage to the face, perhaps. Oh, okay, he has Holy Nova. Of course he does. So should I have even have played the Shambler there? Did it do anything? I think it did something, but obviously not a huge amount. Okay, fine, whatever. We can clear the board. I think. We have Hellfire, and we have the Enforcer. Are we still scared, though? Do we care? Yeah, I think we do care. Having a clear board is super important. So I'm at 7. Blackwing Corruptor puts me down to 4. I don't know if I'm ever going to get Mind Control tech value in this game, unless he's able to get 4 minions on board at any one point in time, but I think I'm going to be waiting for that to happen for a while, so I think at the moment it's about getting my health up and it's about clearing board. So 6/6 body is going to help clear board. That's pretty good. I may not even need to Reno next turn. I mean, my Reno costs 4 now. That's pretty flexible. It's pretty flexible. Oh my god, he stole Leeroy. Jeez, so I thought I was out of range of anything there. I was just thinking Blackwing Corruptor. He had bleeding Leeroy Jenkins, which he stole. Yeah, so Draconoid Operative confirmed overpowered. Overpowered. But he used Leeroy there to trade, so what is that telling me? That's telling me there's no Shadow of Death? Maybe he has Entomb, but he doesn't want to entomb that. I find it interesting there that he used Leeroy, but anyway, because if he could find a way to get my health down, maybe he would have, maybe he would have been able to use Leeroy to kill me, but there's Reno. We're at healing for 25. Yeah, that's great value. Great value. So, we have a board. He doesn't have a board. I have Faceless Manipulator. I have a Power Overwhelming. I just need my Leeroy Jenkins, and I'll be able to do 20.
What is Elun's will?
Okay, Shadow Word Horror. Wow. Is that him teching against Zulok and Pirate Warrior, perhaps? I guess it kills patches, right? Anyway, we're at 28. We don't care now. We honestly don't care. I have Bran Kazakus. But how many cards do I have in hand? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 cards. Okay, so what's the best way of doing this?
Who knows knows what secrets we'll uncover.
Oh, there's our light cabbage popping up there. Okay. So we get a 17 health Twilight Drake. And we can taunt it up, right? We can taunt it up. And that's setting up for Kazakus next turn. The only thing we're scared of is Shadow Word Pain, Cabal Shadow Priest, I guess, Dragonfire Potion. Okay, there are lots of things we're scared of, but I'm going to take the gamble here. And in some ways, I'm just trying to empty my hand, because remember, each turn I draw a card anyway, but Bran Kazakus puts 2 cards in my hand. So next turn, with theoretically, yeah, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6. Yeah, we'd have 9 cards in hand if we played Kazakus next turn. 34? Wow, he just stole that. And he's given it 34 health. That's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. That's insane. Wow. I've never seen a 34 health Twilight Drake before, ever. Unfortunately for this priest, I have Twisting Nether, but I also have Dirty Rat. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to Kazakus, and we're going to get 2 potions here. Yeah, I like summoning minions back. We're going for 10 cost spells, right? Because we have the mana. 6 damage to all minions seems pretty good. We like those spells, those damage spells. And summoning minions back to life is also very, very good. So, Dirty Rat, do your thing. Oh my god, and it's his Reno. Get wrecked, sir. Get absolutely wrecked. Brown Bronzebeard, Dirty Rat synergy into Twisting Nether. That's Maligos. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I can play my 10 cost spell, or I can just tap. Oh look, hello, it's Leeroy. Yeah, Siphon Soul, and we just play it. Yeah. As I say, we're never probably ever going to get value with that 3/3, so that mind control tech. So we just play it for a body. Oh, I have the combo. I have 20 damage. No, I have more than that. I have 14, 28 damage. We have lethal. Unless he can heal back to 30. No, actually, even then he's dead. We have 28 damage. That's so disgusting. That is so disgusting, right? Do I want to prolong this game? No. Oh, look at this. This is insane. Time's up. Let's do this. Wow. Disgusting. 28 damage, Leeroy Jenkins combo. Wow. This is also a priest. Yes. Can you see a common theme on the standard mode ladder now? Nothing but priests, right? Nothing but priests and Renolocks and pirate warriors. I'm not going up against many Jade Druids or mid-range shamans. They seem to have disappeared for me recently. Yeah, it's all pirate warrior, dragon priest, and Renolock. And of course, he has the turn 1 whelp. Yep. And I have nothing to do. I mean, I could have coined out a peddler. That would have done nothing in this situation. So, we just have. Now, this is Dragon Priest with a curve, which is quite scary because they are primarily, I guess, a mid-range deck. And if they just draw the cards that they need, they can fill that board up very quickly, and without board clears, without AoE, you just find that you're dead, more often than not. Okay. Alright, so I could tap again, Or I could play the Peddler here. Playing the Peddler doesn't do much. Coining out Shadow Bolt feels really bad, so I'm just tapping. I'm making a decision here to tap. Because I'm getting closer to playing my Mountain Giant. And at the moment, I don't feel... I was going to say I don't feel terribly threatened by a 2-3 and a 1-3, but he's added a 2-4 to the mix. Yeah, so I am feeling a bit more threatened. Okay, let's play it. Blood Imp is interesting here. Squire doesn't do much. Shifter Xerxes is interesting, but I like the Blood Imp. The reason I like the Blood Imp is because now he has to double trade. That's actually pretty good. That's actually pretty good. And next turn, I can play the Giant. Yeah, I think we're in an okay position here. I don't even know if my plays are efficient or the most efficient plays, but as I say, I have no experience with this deck. I'm just doing whatever I can, and so far so good. He hasn't played anything terribly threatening, I guess, but the damage is adding up. What will scare me is when he plays... when he plays the Draconoid Operative. That will scare me, because it has 6 health. It's very difficult to remove. Speaking of things that are difficult to deal with, a 5-4 protected by a Taunt. We have to Shadow Bolt it. I wanted to play the Giant, but there was no way, right? We do have to be careful with the amount of damage we're taking. We don't have Reno just yet, so we have to be cautious here. And he's putting more damage onto that board. This is where, as a mid-range kind of deck, Dragon Priest can get out of control. How do I deal with this? I mean, we have Demon Wrath to remove 2 minions. My 0-1 survives. But if we Demon Wrath, what else are we doing? Playing a Sun Fury? No. No. We need to put some pressure on this board. And that's pressure. That is a 9 health Taunt. That's pressure. That's our best way of tackling his minions. Righty-ho, so he's digging. And he's digging, he's searching. I know what he's searching for. He's searching for Shadow Word Death. If he doesn't already have it in hand, of course. Do you have it? Do you have it? Because if he's got it, I'm in trouble, right? I mean, I have some options in my hand, but because there's no Reno, and because my health total is quite low, yeah, I would be in serious trouble if he had it. And he doesn't have it! And instead he gives me a minion. Okay. Cheers. I guess this is his way of board flood? Yeah. The question is, will he trade? If he doesn't trade, I have a Shadow Flame in hand, which is insane here. Will he trade? Is he scared of Shadow Flame? Now that he's played a 5-6... I mean, if I was in his shoes, I'd trade here. Just because you want to protect that 5-6 as much as possible. He's over-trading, yeah. The rope was burning. I feel bad for him there. He over-traded. But hey, it's good for me, right? It's good for me. Demon Wrath doesn't kill the thing. We just Emperor. Emperor? If he can't kill me next turn, Emperor is now a massive target. Which now has 6 health. This Blood Imp is insane. It's absolutely insane. Oh, okay. Oh. Oh, what? He didn't kill it? Interesting. He's going to give me... Okay, I've got to trade. I was going to say, he was going to give me another charge on the Emperor. He's assuming that I'm going to trade, right? If I can kill it, that I am going to trade. Well, here we go. Oh, maybe we should have gone for a 10-cost potion. I don't know. No, no, 5 cost is better because I'm not at 10 mana. We don't want to draw cards here. I don't think it's important. 2 random demons? Sure. Okay. So we've got damage and we've got health. Okay. That will do. That will do. Do we faceless that? Or do we just deal damage here?
Serve.
I think we just deal damage here. We used the potion. Oh boy. And all of a sudden this game is flipping. It's flipping. Next turn, we can give those... Major Domo? Okay. I was saying that next turn, this turn, we can give our minions some health. No. Change your plan. That's Major Domo. That's a problem. That's actually a problem. Because if it dies and RNG's on his side, and the 8 damage hits my face from the hero power, I just die, right? So, no. I have terrible luck with RNG. Now, I want that Major Domo, because I'm at 8 health. So actually, if Major Domo dies, well, I'm still at 8 health, right? And then I can Jiraxus up to 15. That's pretty insane, yeah. But regardless, 9 damage from Major Domo, plus the damage on board from the rest of the minions, well, what is that? That's 10, 12, 21. Yeah, it'd be enough for lethal, so he has a Dragon Fire Potion here. And I am now Ragnaros. Yeah, it's pretty good. So,
Wow.
we can't lethal him here, can we? No, we can't. So, because he's healing, so 9, yeah, 8. 9 plus 8 is not 19 now. Right, those are rubbish. Those are absolutely rubbish. But we can use this one. It's terrible, but we can draw a card from it. Okay, so we didn't use our hero power for 8 damage there, unfortunately, but it's fine. Alright, there's the operative. What's he gonna steal to get him out of this mess that he's in? Really? Again? Really? Leeroy? Really? Stolen again? Why on earth do they keep stealing my Leeroys? Anyway, it's over. Goodbye. Get wrecked, sir. Yeah, that's what you get for stealing my Leeroy Jenkins. It's my Leeroy, not yours. How unlucky is that? How unlucky is that? Second time that my Leeroy gets stolen. Alright. Anyway, let's look through one last game here, and it's against a Shaman. And I'm pondering whether to keep. I'm actually pondering whether to keep the Twilight Drake. I know it's a staple card that you want to keep because you tap, but my concern with this game is what kind of a Shaman is it? I guess keeping the Drake, Kazakus is good. I guess keeping the Drake is fine because I'm going to be tapping anyway, right? Yeah, I'm going to be tapping anyway, so I might as well keep it. What I was looking for there, though, were cards like Hellfire, Demon Wrath, because if this is an aggressive Shaman, I'm going to need AoE. Doomsayer alone is not going to be enough. I'm going to need all of my AoE at the right time. Let's see what he does. I guess when he looks at me and he thinks Renolock, he's probably thinking, God damn it, why am I facing a Renolock? I know that's how I think when I face Renolocks on the ladder. You know, when I'm playing my Druid or my Shaman, I always think, damn, why am I facing a Renolock? Because most decks in the game, I don't think they're favoured against Renolock. And there's one reason why, Hellfire. Yeah. If Renolock draws its board clears at the right time, aggressive classes don't stand a chance. They don't stand a chance. So next turn, let's look at our options. We can tap again, which will allow our Drake to get more value on turn 4, or we can Doomsayer. So there's two options there. This Shaman's taking his sweet time. I don't blame him, to be honest, because if he has options in his hand, he's also thinking, oh god, what do I play here? What do I do? Right, that's unexpected. That's a Murloc. This is Murloc Shaman? Really? 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 Okay, at rank 13, right, Murloc Shaman. Okay. This is a bit of a problem for me now. I don't know what I'm playing against. I don't know what Murlocs... I can assume what Murlocs he'll be playing. I can assume there'll be another Bluegill Warrior. I can assume there'll be a Murloc War Leader. But this is strange. In addition to the Murlocs, what else is he playing? And of course, he's naturally going to be playing the Shaman version of Anything Can Happen, which buffs the board rather than bring back dead Murlocs. Is he serious? He's just drawn me cards. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Oh, okay, sure. Buff my Twilight Drake. Buff it up, I don't care. Yeah. Anywho, we have a Twilight Drake on board. He has nothing on board. I have a Faceless Shambler in hand. I have a Taunt in hand as well. I have Kazakus. Because I don't know what precisely he's playing, this is a very unusual deck, and I commend him for it, because one of the ways I guess you win on the ladder is you play decks that people don't expect. You play decks that people don't understand, and you can sneak out a victory in various ways. Call in the finishers? Really? Really? So, can I assume that he's going to buff this board up on the next turn? Should I Hellfire? Or should I just Mortal Coil? I think I just Mortal Coil. I don't draw a card here. Let me just trade. Oh, right, okay. I was going to play my Taunt. I can no longer play my Taunt. That's a misplay. Whoopsie daisy. Yeah. I was going to play my my cheapened Taunt there, but it costs 5 now. I couldn't do that. It's really bad. Hello. Faceless Shambler. I could have Shamblered there as well, but I want to save the Shambler because, again, I don't know what's in his deck. One thing I'm scared of is Hex, obviously. Tiny Finn! Oh, it's Tiny Finn. So, wanted to save the Shambler. Wanted to play the Taunt instead, but couldn't do it. Therefore, played my Funnel Cakes guy. And did not expect this to happen. Yeah. Shambler probably would have been good. Or the Taunt. Yeah, this is awkward. This is what happens when you don't know how to play a deck or what to expect from your opponents. This is what happens. Things go wrong. I wonder. Right, I've got to kill it. I've got to kill the War Leader. Because if I kill the War Leader, the health totals on the others go down by 1. Then I can Hellfire. I can Hellfire and do nothing else. Right. We just cry. We're at 13, but we have seen him buff his board, and I was able to clear it. So how else now is he going to kill me? He'll be able to do that one more time. He'll be able to buff his board up one more time. I just need to play around it as best as I can. This is now where the Shambler will probably come in handy to block a second attempt at buffing his Murlocs. Or his board, sorry. Interesting. Flame-wreathed faceless. Okay, where's my Siphon Soul? That's not Siphon Soul. But that's helpful. That's Reno Jackson. That's actually very helpful. Am I forced to Reno here? Sylvanas, what did she accomplish? I don't know. A taunt? I mean, that is interesting, but doesn't do a whole amount. I have to Reno, right? I have to Reno at 13. Feels a bit bad because I'd want a bit more value on Reno. Maybe from a lower health total, but that 7 attack scares me, and the fact that he could buff his board again scares me. So yeah, we had to Reno. And here comes the board. Here comes the Murlocs. Wow. Is he going to trade? Yeah, he trades. Right, that's good. It means I can Shadow Bolt. Oh, where were you last turn? Stupid Siphon Soul. So this time I can taunt. Second rate bruiser. 3 cost 4/5 is not bad. This is what I was supposed to do a couple of turns ago. Or I could Kazakus and Shadow Bolt the 7/3. Do I want to Kazakus now or do I want to taunt now? Am I scared of dying? I'm at 29. I'm not scared of dying. Not scared. But taunt is good, right? Taunt eats things up. That's pretty important. And I was pondering which one to Shadow Bolt, the Murloc or the Faceless. Well, it depends really, doesn't it? How many Murlocs can he play this turn to buff up his current 4/4? That's the question. Well, that's a Murloc. That's one. That's a Murloc. Or Murlocs. Okie dokie. Maybe I should have killed the 7/4. Yeah, that's awkward now. Twisting Nether? No. But that's really good though. The Enforcer clears all but one. Goodbye. And it'll trade in and kill that thing. I presume he won't trade though. I presume, yeah, he gets a taunt totem. He's going to go face. His only win condition now is just push damage to the face and ignore my board. Unfortunately for him, I'm a Renolock. And I can draw potions that do things. Alright, let's see. 10 cost spell? No, we go for 5 cost spell. 2 friendly minions, sounds good. And I guess we give him some health. Yeah, we give him some health. Sure. Giving them health is nice. It is really nice. But for the time being, we Siphon Soul. Yep. Up to 15. How are you going to kill me now? If we summon some minions back, we may get our taunt back, our bruiser. Whoopsie daisy, killed his own Bran. But I guess in his eyes, the 2/3 gets a trade next turn with a 6/2. Okay, let's do the potion, right? Let's do the potion. Or do we? Do we play a minion first? I think we play a minion first and then do the potion. If so, which minion are we playing? Imp Gang Boss. Yeah. And that is how you win a game. Despite not knowing what you're doing. 4/9 taunt. Yeah, that's how you win a game. I mean, if things got bad, I still had Jiraxxus, I have Mind Control Tech, I have the Shambler, you know. Yeah, saving some of these tools like the Shambler does have a benefit, I think. And there's the other Everything is Awesome. Yeah. It's over, right? Yeah, it's over. And there we go! Renolock on the ladder. Works out pretty well against decks that you do expect to play against, like Dragon Priest, and decks that you don't expect to play against, like Murloc Shaman. Right, so this is Savjz's Renolock. I've seen him play it on stream, I've seen it on YouTube. It's pretty good. There are different variations of Renolock, some running Jiraxxus, some not running Jiraxxus, some running Leeroy combo, some not running the Leeroy combo. As you've seen in this video, this deck runs the Leeroy Jenkins Faceless Manipulator Power Overwhelming combo, and as you saw against the Priest, I was able to do just a ridiculous amount of damage in one of those earlier games, and it's something that they expect but they don't expect, if that makes any sense. I was able to do 28 damage because I had double Power Overwhelming and I had the discounts from the Emperor. So yeah, fun deck to play. It's good against control decks, it's good against mid-range, and it can, if you're lucky, survive against aggro decks, if you can get cards down like the Dirty Rat in the early game, if you can draw into your Hellfires and your Demon Rats. But sometimes you don't draw, and when you don't draw, you lose. That's one of the big drawbacks of Renolock. You need the draws. But not only that, there is a high skill cap with this. You need to be a good player and you need to take your time and think about things. I'm sure I misplayed a million times in those 3 games. I'm sure I did. But I have no experience with Renolock. I just wanted to try it out, see what it was like. So you need to play correctly. And you also need the time because the games are quite lengthy. So when you take all of that into consideration, you do have to ask yourself, is this the right deck for you? Do you have the time? Or do you just want to play aggressive decks or even mid-range decks that can get you through the ladder very quickly? But yeah, so Savjz's Renolock, a big thank you to Savjz for this deck. And if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe. I'd be very grateful. And I'll see you all again very soon for more fun with the mean streets of Gadget Sand.